be joined by another one, and this one happens to be from not from Malawi. Happy for that because apparently she's from Kampala International University. Her name is Janice Rusige. Janice Rusige. She's from Uganda and she's the assistant professor. Very happy to have you today, madam.
Thank you very much.
All right. How have you found the whole proceedings happening today?
I think the proceedings have been great. They are proceeding very well and very systematically. So we start with the opening ceremony that had a lot of insights into what Astral Learning does and how University of Malawi benefits from this. And then we've gone into the nitty-gritties now of e-learning and what the new technology means for us as educators and also for the Malawi higher education space. So for me it has been very strategic and very systematically arranged.
By now you must have a picture about the status of e-learning in Malawi and perhaps how do you compare with that of Uganda?
I think from my experience here and from other countries, we are all probably still trying to work out the puzzle on what this means for all of us. I think the countries that have embraced this and moved are those that have a technological advantage over others. And for most of the countries that are low income and middle income, the challenges and the experiences are similar. So Malawi, as compared to Uganda, I think policy-wise, Malawi is ahead of us because their Ministry of Education has a directorate that focuses on technology and digital learning, which we are still working on in Uganda. And the policy space also, they have a policy already at the ministerial level on e-learning and digital learning, and that is also ahead of us. But in terms of implementation, infrastructure, the challenges with infrastructure and all other aspects, we're generally at the same level, trying to grapple with the effects of the pandemic and what that meant for us in the higher education space and how different institutions coped with that, and therefore going forward now what we must do as higher education institutions to make sure that when we adapt to the change that is happening, but also we don't lose out on the lessons that we learned during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I think we are almost at the same level, learning from each other and trying to support each other through the process.
Yeah, so in keeping with what you just said, a lot of issues came up, like reservations about e-learning, issues of examinations integrity, there are issues about maybe the degree that you get through online and that you get through physical campus or physical face-to-face sort of situation is not the same. Maybe from all the issues that came up, what jumped at you?
For me, what jumped at me, one is still the attitude of African academics. The African academia is, all academics around the world, but are all a little bit still skeptical about what this means for us as educators, but also in the sense that they kind of feel threatened with job security, like if AI or technology is going to do this, then what will happen to us? And I think that has happened with all technologies that have come to pass around the world, and it shouldn't be a surprise. It is just learning and understanding the fact that technology is here and it's not going anywhere. AI is here and it's not going anywhere. So whether we have the right attitude or not, we just have to learn as we go along and make sure that we embrace what is happening around us. Because it's either that or we basically pack up. And I don't think any of us is prepared to pack up. So if you're not prepared to pack up, then you're going to pack in. And if you're going to pack in, then you're going to do what it takes to make sure that you adapt to the changes that are happening, because it's imperative for our learners and also for us. So for me it was that the attitude across the continent is the same, because we had the same. I was at a training in Ghana recently, we had the same in Zambia, the same attitude, and also in Uganda. So in the past 4 months I've been in 4 countries where the attitude is the same among academics who are skeptical about change. But I think what is not being said is that actually they are scared about that. And in one of the trainings it came out that the academics were asking, so what will happen to our jobs? And I think if that is the fear, then we need to confront it and find out then what happens and then how do we adapt to what is coming to make sure that our jobs are secure, because whichever way you look, whether you adapt or not, your job is still insecure.
Very finally, maybe let's just talk about Kampala International University. Has this already happened? The online thing, the e-campus, do you still have it?
Yes, at Kampala International University, we embraced digital technology, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're able to conduct classes, we were able to collect payments, we were able to do assessments online, and that taught us big lessons because we had still the same skepticism as all the other institutions across Africa. But then when we did that and we realized actually this is possible. So for us, we've rolled out on the e-learning platform. We allow students to study from the different spaces where they are, and that flexibility has earned us a lot of students, especially on the graduate programs, who come in and want to learn but are on the job, because you have to earn a living, and if you're given earning a living, between earning a living and studying for an adult, definitely you'll go for earning a living. So you try to make it flexible for that, for them, such that they attend higher education, and at Kampala International University we've embraced that. Yes.
I hope I pronounced your name very well. Janice Rusige?
Businje. It means peace.
Businje. It means peace.
Yes.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you too.
Yeah. All right.